This is Ernie Clement. You are watching the Moneyball channel.
Ripped through the right side, a base hit. It's going to be a long run for Reynolds to get there. He's on his horse. He's going to be waved home. Here comes the relay to the plate. It is another time. Virginia wins.
Tonight, I have Aiden Teel with me. Aiden, what's happening, man? How are you? Thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, you got it. What's going on? Chilling. I just got done working with one of my best friends, Luke Hansen. We were just hitting in the cages for a little bit. Got this Sunday off after a great sweep against Stanford. We had a great weekend though on the UVA baseball side of things, so couldn't be more blessed to have that. It was a lot of fun. It was a great weekend.
I have so much to talk to you about in so little time, man. What's the best thing that's happened to you today?
Oh, man. So probably the best thing that's happened to me today. So we have one of our pitchers, Ryan Osinski, in his locker here at the field. He has disc golf frisbees, and we will go outside. Luke Hansen and I went outside, and we threw the frisbee after hitting for probably 2.5 hours. And we were throwing a frisbee probably up until probably 7:30, 7:45-ish. And we were having so much fun out there. And we kept saying that you got to get your athlete on a little bit because baseball's a stationary sport. So
not enough workout for you with the baseball?
What's up?
Not enough workout? Baseball's not enough? You got to get more?
It's enough. It's a lot of fun, but you always got to keep your athlete on. You always got to dive into other sports to stay being an athlete and everything you do. There's so many parallels from baseball to like tracking a ball in the outfield. And then when you see a frisbee go up, you got to go track it, just like in football when you're as a wide receiver tracking a football. So there's so many that aspect, but
so spot on, man. So spot on. I coach too. I have 3 little boys. They're 11, 9, and everybody, on the channel has heard me talk about my boys so much, and to the point that they're probably sick of it, but you're going to have to deal with it for a long time, guys. So, but I'm coaching their travel, and one of the drills that we started doing is almost like a corner. I get the kids all ready, and I'll hit the ball. I kind of make them zigzag backwards, for outfield drills. And it's a great drill, man, but it's almost like a football drill would be. It's like Revis. You're running back and forth backwards. And at that level, they're not great at it. Most of the time they trip and fall, whatever. But I know what you're saying with the athleticism. You try to integrate some different things, make sure you have athletes on your team. When did the college season start for you guys?
So we started February 16th. We opened up in Puerto Rico this year, 2025.
Okay. And you guys will play until when? For anyone who doesn't understand, the college season versus the MLB season, obviously starting in February is far. And then you guys will end, the season will end when? Is it July or August?
So in the sense that we make it to Omaha and win the whole thing, the season will end sometime in late June.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, around late June, probably 28th, 29th, I believe the last game of the College World Series is.
Okay. And I actually thought July. So I was thinking, okay, maybe I just had those 2 months confused. But
around then, it's early July, late June. It's one of those two, but it's a long season, definitely.
And I mean, you in particular, you're not pitching much this year, are you?
No. So I'm not pitching anymore.
Okay. Did we shut that down?
So as of right now, yes, it's been shut down. So summer of 2024, after my medical redshirt freshman year, last year I closed for us, had a lot of fun doing it. It was great. It was what the team needed, and that's what I was willing to do. I wanted to do anything this team needed me to do. And we had injuries on the pitching side of things. So coaches knew I came in as a dual player, and I loved to swing the bat. I love to play the outfield, and I had my opportunities then to come in and be a defensive replacement at some point when we had some guys doing really well on the mound. So I was able to come in and show what I could do. However, I talked to Coach O'Connor and Coach Mack, and they wanted me to go to the Northwoods, get 150, 200 at-bats that summer so I could come back and earn a spot in the outfield this year. So this fall, all I did was play center in the Northwoods.
I think in everything, I totally agree with what you just said. And I think you get to a point, right, where Listen, you're a very highly sought prospect, man. I mean, people kind of have an idea of where you're going. Your dad played pro ball. Your brother obviously is on a fast track, to with what he's doing right now with surprisingly the White Sox. He thought that was the Red Sox, and I would have seen him at the camp, but White Sox. And obviously, like I said, you're a huge prospect. Did you feel like, okay, based on everything, not like, hey, if I'm going to be taken serious, but do you feel like, okay, this is the best shot I'm going to have is if I get as good as I possibly can at center, at one position, right? Like I know I can still go in and pitch if it was an as needed thing, but let's get dead serious here because, the draft's coming and everything else. Did you kind of hone in on your craft?
Yeah, so honestly, it was more so I talked to Coach O'Connor, and we both believe that my longevity in this game and the best way I can benefit this team to help us win a national championship. Because quite honestly, like looking at what's in front of me right now is winning a national championship and helping this team in any way.
I love that. I love that you just said that, dude. I really do. Respect.
And that's what we're really focused on right now. And the best way I can help this team is in center field and with the bat in my hands. So if that's what this team needs me to do and that's what they need, that's what I want to do. So it's more so in that aspect. But Coach O'Connor knows if this team, we knock on wood, we don't have any injuries. But if we have guys willing, knock on wood, no doubt. I'm willing to get back on that mound whenever they need to go throw strikes and help us win some ball games in any aspect, any shape or form.
It's become pretty sexy, man, with the guys coming in and being able to play two positions. I just interviewed Conrad Cason, 17-year-old drafted 8th round of 24. He's 18 years old now. He got a pretty wicked signing bonus, even though he was an 8th round pick. Because the kid was either going to go to Mississippi State or he was going to, but he plays short and he pitches. He said, I want to play every day. Like I just talked to him, great kid, but like he wants to play ball every day. And I think some of these guys now are so hungry that even if they pitch and they pitch well, they don't want to take every 5 days off, man. Like it was wild. That's his main reason. He wants to be out there, bro. Every day he wants to go pitch. So his intention is to fully do that. Like, what are your thoughts? Has that become something that younger kids are kind of training more for?
Yeah. So honestly, the one thing that I always did when I was younger was I would pitch in Little League or I'd pitch in travel ball. And then after I was done pitching, it would be going to shortstop. It would be playing somewhere in the infield. It was consistently playing every single day. And same thing in high school. But I always looked at myself as primarily a pitcher, as primarily a position player that could get on the mound and pitch.
Okay. Yep.
So it was more so just allowing yourself, going back to just always being an athlete, because you never want to take the athlete out of someone, and not saying pitchers aren't athletes.
No, I know what you're saying.
But you never want to take the athlete out of someone and what they're capable of doing in all aspects of the game, because guys have so much to offer to the game rather than just pitching, where guys can swing the bat, but they have a really good slider. They have great stuff on the mound.
Right.
Where they have so much more to offer rather than just starting a game every 5 days. And I think that hungry aspect definitely comes into it, of the love of the game, where it's really difficult to sit there for 5 days waiting for your start. Yeah, you have a great start, but then it's like, all right, I know I can do more for this team. I don't want to be sitting here for the next 5 days when I could help in another aspect.
And if you're not hitting, there's the Otanis and stuff, but if you're not hitting, right, like, I met Skeens. I chat with Tim briefly. I didn't ask him if he ever hit, what he was like as a hitter. But you know what I'm saying? Because if you are pitching every 5 days, that's it. You're limited to that. And from an athleticism standpoint, I get it. Pitchers have to absolutely focus on their stuff and perfecting their craft, right? So they're really not taking time, going outfield and burners, doing backhand flips and stuff. That's not what they're doing.
And I agree with you. It was tough. Like I remember last year, before going to the one thing I always loved to do when I was younger or sometime in high school, I was always perfecting my craft as a hitter. I was in the cages 24/7 hitting, taking ground balls, because I played shortstop in high school.
Okay.
And I continuously was always perfecting my position player side of the craft. But I was also doing my pitching stuff because I knew I could get on a mound and really throw. But I really think that's where I was. I was more so just thinking of myself as an athlete who could get on the mound and just throw. And I worked with my pitching guy, Tom Atley, who's the absolute best. He never wanted to take the athlete out of me. He was always, I want you to be a position player, but I also I want you to be a pitcher because I see what you have on the mound. So, but yeah, I just continuously was always working at hitting because it's so much more time consuming doing the hitting stuff when you want to be an elite hitter.
Correct.
You have to be in the cages 24/7 or you're going to lose it. You have to continuously try and perfect that bat to ball skills, perfect that swing, and just continuously get those feels that you need. So when you get in a game, there's no thought process. It's just go. It's second nature.
So you're an absolute dog, man, as far as the hitting goes. And I think that's where most people that know your name, it's from that, right? It's if anyone doesn't know, you're an absolute dog. And today's your off day and you spent half the day in the cages. And that just goes to, that's work ethic, man. And that just goes exactly to what you're saying as far as how good you want to be, of a hitter. It almost sounds to me, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but that's kind of what you're really passionate about. You went and played in which league was it?
The Northwoods League.
Was that a wooden bat league?
Yes.
Okay. So let's talk about that, man. That had to be fun.
Yeah, no, it was so great going to the Northwoods League. I mean, it's funny. So you hear a lot of people that go to the Northwoods League it's not necessarily, it's a grind of a league. You play every single day. It's as close to the minor leagues as you will get as a college baseball player. I know UVA, all first years usually get sent there as position. Okay. You get a full season of baseball in 2 months. You play, I think it's 64 games regular, or 68 regular season, or 72 or something like that regular season in 2 months. It's unbelievable. And the travel is nuts. But if you love baseball, you will thrive in that league. You will have a great time because it is the one time as a college baseball player, you don't have to worry about any other responsibilities. You go there to play baseball, you go there to work out and get better. Yeah. And when you take that mindset into going there, it changes the whole perspective of things. Like before I went there, I talked to Henry Godbout, Anthony Stefan, two guys that went to the Kalamazoo Growlers up there in Michigan. They said, look, like when you go up there, it teaches you how to dominate college baseball. It teaches you what you need to do in a college season to make those small adjustments to get your swing feeling right, because you get 150 at-bats in 30 days. Yeah. It's learning those adjustments. It's feeling your swing so you can come back and be ready for college pitching every single day and know what it's like to play a full college season. And taking that mindset into it of enjoying it and loving it, I really think helped me excel in my development as a hitter. Because as you know, I pitched that freshman year. I didn't have many at-bats going in, but I just wanted to stay ready and show what I could do in the Northwoods League so I could come back and earn a spot here this fall and then come this spring now. So
yeah, I dig it, man. It sounds like to me that Coach O'Connor, whether he has something worked out with the league or whatever it is, but he sounds like he wants his better players to go through that. It sounds like a rite of passage. It sounds like if O'Connor wanted you there and he said like, hey, this is what, and you got to trust this guy. He seems to know what he's doing, O'Connor, right?
I'll say, I mean, shout out to Coach O'Connor. He had his 900th win yesterday.
Here we go.
Been a part of that. I mean, that is just a huge milestone. It just speaks to the kind of guy he is. We didn't even know it was his 900th win until post-game interviews. I was told during a post-game interview, and I was like, holy crap, it was his 900th win. He's just such a humble guy that
he's so humble and so modest, right? He didn't even bring it up.
No, he didn't want to take anything away from the team, and he's the best college coach in baseball, and all props, everything that I've learned about college baseball comes from that man. Coach Kirby, Coach McMullen, Coach Drew, the whole coaching staff here at Virginia is just unbelievable in what they do. All of us players know that when you come through Virginia, you're getting the best of the best. And they lay their hearts on the line and they lay everything out for you. And if it's real, when you succeed here at Virginia, you want to succeed so bad for those coaches. That's what this program is built on, is the want to succeed for the people that are overlooking you, because it's like they have 40 sons that they're looking after and trying to make into men. And they do such a great job of that.
I won't keep you all night, man, but I want to ask you a couple more things. And obviously, let's talk about the family a little bit, right? So obviously, big bro just went through and he's doing his thing and dad played. Did
Yep.
you play other sports? Or, I mean, baseball sounds like it's just almost a religion, at the
Yeah.
house at this point. Tell me a little bit about what it was like growing up and the whole lineage and legacy of baseball there.
Yeah, so honestly, growing up, baseball was probably, I loved baseball growing up, but I think Kyle and I can both agree that it was probably through grade school, middle school, it was probably second or third on the list of the sports we played of out of favorites. My favorite was always football growing up. And I think Kyle can attest to that too, because we always grew up and we beat the crap out of each other, make each other tough. We played football together every single day, every night. We'd go in our backyard and we would just play like these two-hand touch football games where we
Oh
just
yeah, where you just blow each other up. Yeah, man.
out into a bush, uh,
Yep.
just throwing a football, trying to make top 10 sports center plays.
Your mom absolutely hated it, right?
Oh, she was a nervous wreck. But yeah, Kyle and I grew up playing all different sports. Grew up playing basketball, football. I stopped playing basketball in sixth grade, and just started playing football and baseball because I was going from football season right into basketball. I took the football mentality onto the basketball court, and I was fouled in the third quarter. It never really worked great.
Yeah.
Couldn't shoot. I couldn't really dribble. I was just a defensive maniac and I would just run all around the court. But football, I played up until I was a sophomore in high school. I was an inside linebacker and a wide
Okay.
receiver.
You got the size. You got the size for the middle or inside linebacker for sure.
But I loved football. I loved playing. And then when I decided I was going to graduate high school early, my dad and I decided it would be best if I went and played fall ball that junior year, my senior year with the Canes, just to get myself ready to play as much baseball as possible and at the highest high school level as I could before going to college. And I was devastated I couldn't play football. I really wanted to play both, but I didn't want to put my team, but either team in a conflict of where I couldn't be there for them at all times. So it was one or the other. It was either I was going to be full in one way or full in the other, and it was impossible to do both at once. But I really do credit a lot of the life lessons and the toughness that I bring into baseball. I credit to playing football and playing other. Kyle as well can agree with that. My dad played football growing up because football is a sport where it's all about accountability.
I mean, you're an old soul, bro. You speak very eloquently. You definitely have a way about yourself, your baseball IQ, and then just normal speaking, vocabulary on. So props and kudos to your parents, and obviously the way that they taught you to work hard and that nothing's going to come for free, man. Nobody's going to hand you anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. And Kyle and I both, we give so much credit to our parents for just giving us everything we've needed to make the dreams come true, because honestly, playing at the University of Virginia is a dream come true. I remember when Kyle committed here freshman year and I was in sixth grade and I was like, man, like that's so far away. Kyle's like, I never imagined.
He's 3 years older?
Yeah, 3 years older than
Gotcha.
me. I never imagined when he committed here, I was like, wow, like he's going to be a freshman here in 4 years. That's so far away.
Yeah, it comes quick.
So I was like, man, like it doesn't even feel like this is ever going to happen.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, freshman year of high school, Kyle's senior year of high school, I ended up committing here. And I was like, wow, like I just committed here. Kyle's coming here next year, but I have so much time. Like it's just a dream. Like it literally just felt like a dream. It didn't feel real. And then I'm here and it's my third year being here, 2 more years of eligibility basically remaining. And it's like, I'm living out a dream right now that my parents have given me so much. And again, my dad always tells me, he's like, look, I will do anything it takes for you guys to live out your dream.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to do it, I'm not going to push you to do it.
That's what I love, man. You're going to be down in Atlanta in a couple months. I mean, is that the plan?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I know I'm in a great situation right now where helping this team win a national championship, and if I do my role in helping this team get there, everything down the road will take care of itself longevity wise.
Third time that you've come back with an absolutely awesome team first, humble answer, bro. Respect. Because you mean it. You're not saying it. You're not just saying it to say it. And there is some people who do that. Let's get into a couple of fun questions here, and then I'll let you get going for the evening. Sunflower seeds, man. You a sunflower seed guy?
My freshman year roommate, the kid I talked about who I was hitting with earlier, Luke Hansen, he is the biggest sunflower seed eater. He was he's one of my best friends here. He was my freshman year roommate. We're in the dorms together, and he was the biggest seed snacker. And snacker, I know to this day, I don't think he'll finish a box of seeds within a night.
Okay.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's crazy.
So if you had to pick one seed for the rest of your life, where are you going though? What flavor?
I mean, I think it's a pretty simple answer because you can't get sick of original.
Okay.
Can't get sick of it. I mean, if you get sick of just like kind of like salt, I think there's something wrong. I feel like you could get sick of like a cinnamon churro. You could get sick of the sweet flavor, but if I'm gonna rock with one, you got to go original.
So last one here, man. I'm going to give you the dinner question. No family included, and not me included. So I know, so you get three people that of all time, dead or alive, if you're going to set the table and have dinner with. Can't be D Money, can't be any of your family members. Who are you having dinner with?
The three people I'm having dinner with. Wow. All right.
It's a tough one, especially on the spot.
No, definitely. I mean, I think Ken Griffey Jr. I would love to talk to.
Phenomenal answer. Legend. The guy's a legend.
And I mean, I'm gonna go with probably Muhammad Ali.
Okay. I like that too.
Just because of his mindset. I'd love to pick his brain. Man, third.
Musical. Let's go musical. Musical.
Yeah, I was trying to think of an artist. Let's see. I'm a big country guy.
Okay.
I would probably let me think here. I mean, the obvious answer would be I'm trying to think a little bit deeper, but at the end of the day, Morgan Wallen is I enjoy Morgan Wallen's music, or maybe Cody Johnson as well. That's a tough answer.
It's definitely a tough question, and there's no wrong answers. And it's something now that you're going to think about when we get off, and you're going to be like, "Oh man, I wish I had said this." You have a phenomenal attitude, man. You really do. It's humble, and on top of that, you get it. Like I said earlier, you get it, and that's a tough thing to see in a 20-year-old. So, shout out to you, man. Seriously, like you got an old soul, or so you understand a lot more, really than you should at 20. Tell you what, you already won because you're getting that education where you're at right now, the scholarship and everything else. And I see a really, really bright future for you as well, bro. So,
thank you. All right, and I appreciate you having me on the show. This was
awesome.
No,
it's a lot of fun, man. It really was. I appreciate it too. Thanks again. Have a great night, man. Much success, obviously, for the rest of the season, and we'll keep in touch for sure.
Woo! What a game. Just ended. Where do you want to go eat?
Razors.
That's right. Where else would you rather go after the game? We want to go to Razors. Let's check out what we're featuring here. When you walk into Razors, you are going to see that they're serving up the dogs, the burgers, and everything else, even some ice cream here. So at Razors, they got everything fresh on the grill. Whipping it up. Here, putting in work. All right. And Jackson, what do you like most about Razors?
That I'm not just saying that I like it for the commercial.
Okay, that you actually like the food, right? What's your favorite thing to eat here? Everything. All right, good answer. Thanks, buddy.